To oversimplify Sentinel, you can actively use her S1 if you want a +1 Bloodtithe stack, and you can use her S2 to give your DPS that is in front of her and herself a Dread Bullet stacks, which will be the skill that we want to prioritize, because aside from giving your DPS a crit boost and converting their excess crit at 80% ratio, when your DPS triggers this bullet, they will gain a damage bonus that is equal to 0.25% of their max HP at P0. Sounds small. So far, there are only two characters that can nearly reach 30k HP at R10, and that is Nautika and Eternity Second Euphoria. If my calculation is calculating, 0.25% of 30k max HP should translate to 75% damage bonus boost, which is equal to 32 is Flutterpage gas stack, which is insane. And you can increase this effect further at P1 and P5. So in terms of damage boosting, dare I say she is the Bloodtithe version of Flutterpage, of course missing the AP buff. Now her S2 is a channel skill that is quote-unquote permanent. Well, technically not if she run out of her Dread Bullet stacks, but don't worry cause it is gated behind her lock-on stacks, and she will consume one of these stacks to launch her rank 1 S1 as a follow-up after an enemy's action. That is such a long word to say that it is a counter without saying it is a counter. Now Nautika in particular is pretty much Dread Bullet stacks hungry, cause how often she counters, meaning you will rapidly need Sentinel's S2 often anyway. At the very minimum, just make sure to at least use her S2 at every 2 rounds. So to build her, you want to slap as much HP as possible, followed by crits, damage, and other stats, cause you know how Bloodtithe and HP drain works, and also for her own Dread Bullet stacks. But bro, why didn't you mention about the fresh wound stacks from her S1? Because her Insight 3 will give you the RNG to either gain 1 wound stack or +1 Moxie for herself. The effect itself is pretty nice Bloodtithe generator, and she will consume all of the wound stacks when she uses her ultimate, so keep that in mind. Now if you are wondering why am I using Flutterpage Cube on Sentinel, it is simply cause There
are many routes to travel, but only one destination. Cleansing your thoughts. Taking a peek inside. Close your eyes. Our blood will burn. This is now. Face the truth. Now is the time of repentance. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. I hope you like a splash of red. My section building. Sterilize. Cleansing your thoughts. A short hit.
I'm losing my patience. I'm losing my patience.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Freaking fast.
A short hit. I will. Taking a peek and enter the gate. I'll look down. By God's grace. One shatter can now remain. The enemies of peace. Now is the time of repentance. The path will become clear. Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
I'm losing my patience.
Now is the time of repentance. A short hit. I hope you like a splash of red. Agreed. Taking a peek inside. Our victory comes in a tide of blood. Face the truth. time for repentance. Sensing their thoughts. Taking a peek.
Where was?
Enter the gate.
My Sentinel the hidden.
Oh, hi.
This is well.
One shattered can now remain.
Pretty nice.
The enemy is at peace shall be stamped out.
Toes, pretty nice.
Now is the time for repentance. The enemy is at peace shall be stamped out.
Taking a
I hope you like it.
Understand you, Gakui.
Close your eyes.
Very well. Le glas funèbre seul pour toi.
Toes, hallucination.
Shot hit. Now is the time for repentance.
How do you?
Taking a peek inside.
My Sentinel the hidden.
Puppies!
Though it may come pain.
I have seen to the heart of you. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. A shot hit.
Sterilize. I hope you like a splash of red.
Enter the gate.
Where gloves?
Oh, hi.